Right? So recently, Nikki actually visited a construction site where a restaurateur and artist is building his family's dream home. Take a look.
We're amidst the construction of Carl's container home. Originally, he wanted 13 containers, but you can see we're in an alleyway and it's quite narrow, so they weren't able to maneuver them in place. But he was able to get 3. I'm going to take you in on a little tour, but first, notice these doors. He maintained the original ones, which I think are pretty awesome. The first container is used not just as an entryway for their home, but also for the restaurant that they own next door. As you can see, this large area here is now used to store construction items, but eventually will be used as an elevated mudroom. I have my hard hat on. We are now entering a construction zone. We are on the 2nd floor of the building, which is actually the main floor of Carl's home. Carl, can you tell me a little bit why you decided to do this? 'Cause I mean, people build houses all the time, but to do it with a container, why did you decide to do that?
It's more of a lifelong fascination with containers, actually. I grew up in Jamaica watching my uncle modify them for a living, you know. The main challenge is getting people to understand that containers are just as good as are actually stronger in many ways than conventional structures. You know, it's just, they're all over the world. They dominate Europe. They're in Jamaica, they're in Brazil, they're everywhere. The idea is to convince people that, yeah, this is a viable form of living.
Right.
You know? The building itself is part container, part conventional structure because we couldn't swing 13 containers, which was an immense project. So what we had to do was connect them to a conventional structure, which largely is the challenge of the construction project itself.
So this is going to be the living room dining, and then off of that part is partially the living, and then you have a balcony on the outside.
Exactly,
there.
that cantilever is over into the alleyway.